Hey guys, today we are going to look at two functions. We are going to look at the count blank function, and we are also going to look at the count function. Remember, this is a continuation of the last tutorial where we are able to look at the average function. And if you did not watch that tutorial, make sure you go to my channel and check for the average function. So today we are going to look at the count and the count blank function, and the purpose of the count function, that is count, C-O-N-T. The purpose of this function is that it counts the number of cells that contains values in an Excel worksheet. So for example, if you had so many entries in this row, and we wanted to know the number of entries that we have, we can use the count function in this cell to be able to count the number of cells that contains values in our worksheet. If this worksheet, or if this row, have cells without any entries, like what we have in this row here, then the output at the cell which contains the formula will contain only the number of cells, or will count only the number of cells that will have values. So the number of cells without values is going to be ignored. So to make this easy to understand, we are going to input a function in this cell G2, where you are going to insert a formula and tell the Excel worksheet that you need to count the number of values, or the number of cells that contains values in this range, that is the range of B2 to F2. So what do? We start with an equal sign as always, and then we input our function now, which is count function. Count is equals to count. Then we open the brackets, and then we input our first value. Of course, we want to use the range, so we are using the range of B2 all the way up to F2. F2. And then I'm going to close my bracket and then hit the enter button. So you can see it returns a value of 5, because the number of cells here are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So what if we repeat the same for this case and we input the same formula, but now for this range, what will it give us as the answer? So is equals to count, and then we introduce the range of cells from B3 to F3, like that. Close the bracket and hit the enter button. You can see it is the same range, but now here the value returns is 3. Why? Because we have two blank cells which are ignored by the count function. So that way, guys, is how we look at the count function. And to copy the formula in these cells, we just do the way that we learned in the other tutorials. We copy the formula into the other cells, and we have the values, and you can tell the difference between the two. So that is count function. What if we were looking at, what if we use the count blank function? Now the count blank function is used to count the number of blank cells in our row or column in our worksheet. So I will just input the formula in this cell. I'll say that this is equals to count blank. Then I open my bracket, then put the range of cells, that is B2 all the way to F2. Then I close the bracket and then I hit enter. So you can see it returns a value of 0. Reason being, there is no blank cell in this range B2 to F2. So whatever, I copy the formula to the other cells and see what happens. So you can see that this returns a value of 2 because there are two blank cells. Also this returns a value of 2 because we have two blank cells, and this returns a value of 0 because there is no blank cell within this range. And that guys is how we use the count and the count blank function in MS Excel. So thanks for watching. Like always, remember to subscribe, share, and like this video. See you in the next tutorial. Welcome.